The galaxy did not fear humanity. It audited us, measured our gravity well, logged our atmospheric composition, classified our biosphere as category hostile, excessive predation, filed us neatly between unstable star systems and inconvenient fungal outbreaks, deathworlders, high aggression index, short lifespans, politically fragmented, manageable. That was their first mistake. The Virellian Combine did not invade Earth out of hatred. They invaded because we were efficient. 7 colony worlds had gone silent along the Perseus trade spine. Shipping lanes strangled. Rare mineral flow halted. Insurance markets destabilized. The Combine required a labor force capable of surviving high radiation strip mining on hostile exoplanets. Humans, according to their projections, were perfect. So they came with contracts. When Earth refused, they came with fleets. The first strike lasted 9 minutes. Orbital shipyards turned to debris halos. Defense satellites went dark in disciplined succession. EMP lances crawled across continents like cold lightning. Governments fractured. Communications died screaming. The Combine broadcast a single message on every frequency. Compliance ensures survival. Resistance ensures liquidation. It was translated into 4,122 human languages. They expected panic. They got silence. Not because we were broken, because we were thinking. On Luna, beneath regolith, older than memory, something woke. It had no grand name, no shining hull, no ceremonial anthem. It was called Archive 0, a contingency written during humanity's ugliest century, when we first learned how close we could come to erasing ourselves. It contained everything we swore never to use, and everything we swore we would use if pushed. The Combine did not know this. Their second mistake. They landed in Brazil first. Jungle canopy burned aside for atmospheric processors. Infantry walkers, 6-legged, crystalline, elegant, advanced through smoke and ash. Human resistance was sporadic, disorganized, so the Combine adjusted projections downward. Then the jungle started moving. Not soldiers, not tanks, drones, tens of thousands of them. Civilian manufacturing repurposed overnight. Agricultural swarms rewritten with combat heuristics. Autonomous construction bots armed with shaped charges. Delivery fleets turned missile carriers. Humanity had never been short on machines. We had simply never pointed them all in one direction before. In orbit, Combine cruisers began to experience anomalies. Not explosions, errors. Navigation drift measured in microns. Shield harmonics oscillating off phase. Targeting arrays desynchronized by fractional delays. The kind of glitches you ignore until your weapons fire into empty vacuum. Until your drives misfire during a microjump. Until your own defensive grid classifies you as hostile. Archive 0 did not launch missiles. It rewrote assumptions. Human cybersecurity firms, once hired to sell advertisements and protect credit cards, were now inside alien warships, learning alien code in real time. The Combine had assumed technological superiority meant invulnerability. Their third mistake. But superiority still mattered. And when they retaliated, cities died. Mumbai cracked under kinetic rods. Lagos flooded when orbital tides were manipulated. Los Angeles burned beneath precision plasma. The death toll climbed into the millions, then the billions, and something shifted. Humanity has many flaws: division, pride, pettiness, violence. But we possess one trait the galaxy had never quantified. We stop arguing when the fire reaches the door. Earth unified in 43 hours. Not politically, practically. Factories ran without patents. Militaries shared codes without pride. Rival nations merged fleets without ceremony. Civilian networks became command lattice. There were no speeches. There was work. The first human counterstrike was not against a fleet. It was against a star. Combined vessels relied on tightly regulated stellar output models for jump calculations. Archive 0 nudged a variable. A solar observatory array, civilian, harmless, redirected concentrated mirror swarms toward a distant red dwarf used as a Combine staging beacon. Not enough to flare, just enough to flicker. Across light years, dozens of Combine ships exited FTL into gravitational miscalculations. Some emerged inside debris fields, some too close to tidal shear, some never emerged at all. The Combine recalculated, and for the first time in their expansion history, they hesitated. They escalated. The planet cracker authorization codes were cracked open. Earth would be an example. Their armada gathered beyond lunar orbit, weapons charging, energy signatures building to apocalyptic levels. Humanity had no planet crackers. We had something worse. We had creativity under pressure. Archive 0 initiated last argument. Every dormant satellite, every deep space probe ever launched, every forgotten relay drifting between planets, every piece of metal humanity had scattered through its solar system over a century of exploration. They turned, and they accelerated. No grand warship, no shining superweapon, just mass. Hundreds of thousands of objects moving at relativistic fractions. Too many to intercept, too dispersed to target, too fast to ignore. The Combine armada faced a choice: fire planet crackers and die in the debris storm, or retreat. They chose survival. Humans understand that instinct. We respect it. The armada withdrew beyond the asteroid belt. Transmission followed. For the first time, the Combine did not issue commands. They asked, "What are you?" The response came from no single government, no general, no leader. It came from everywhere. From refugee camps rebuilding, from burning cities refusing to collapse, from orbital debris clouds that used to be shipyards, from a species that had survived ice ages, plagues, and itself. We are the line you do not cross. The war did not end that day, but it changed. Negotiations followed, not because humanity begged, because the Combine understood something new. Deathworlders were not valuable for their resilience. They were dangerous because of it. We adapt faster than projections. We cooperate when cornered. We weaponize inconvenience. And once we decide something is unacceptable, we do not stop. Centuries later, in galactic academies, the invasion of Earth is studied under a different classification. Not as a failed conquest, not as a military anomaly, but as a doctrinal error. The Combine had believed humanity's greatest weakness was internal conflict. They were wrong. Our greatest weakness is tolerance. We endure, we absorb, we compromise, until we decide, enough. And when we do, the galaxy learns with us.